are we cold? Ojoro, it didn't rain. Are we not happy to be here? It didn't show. Do you want us to go back to our primary school? If you're happy, you know, clap your hand. We are not happy. Here you can see. If you're happy, you know, clap your hands. If you're happy, you know, and you really want to show. If you're happy, you know, clap your hands. Good morning, my daddies and my mommies. We are not happy. Kilo Shele, what happened? Great farmers. Great farmers. No farmer. On behalf of Apples Pears Limited, the producers of Apples and concentrates, I welcome you to this August meeting in June. If you want to clap for me, please do. Do you know the reason why I welcome you to this August meeting in June? The reason why I welcome you to this August meeting in June is that I want us to congratulate ourselves for being here. I know this is not the first Farmers Forum you will attend, but you will understand that today's one is going to be different. What's the reason why it's going to be different? Just for three things. We are going to learn new things. We are going to unlearn. There are some archaic methods we've been using that has not been giving us results. We are going to drop it. And we are going to relearn. Some things we've learned, maybe to like 40%. But now, we are going to cover it or to make it 100%. Please, give ourselves a round of applause. You are not clapping for me, you are clapping for yourself. Do you know the reason why you are clapping for yourself? Because you take out of your tight schedule to be here. And one thing I want you to assure you is this. Our businesses will take a leap forward after this program in the mighty name of Jesus. If you understand the significance of where we are, this holy place, that this is a church. So whatever we are doing here is heavenly banded. The angels are in support. Be it a Muslim or a Christian, everybody wakes up and prays to God according to our beliefs. So it's a great honor for us to be having this kind of program inside this place. That's telling us one thing, that after this program, our businesses will not remain the same. If, as a layer farmer, for example, if you have been doing 70% and we think we've arrived, with what we will learn today and the backing of Almighty God, we are going to take it further, upward to like 85-90%. Is it achievable? It's very, very achievable. One of the reasons why it's achievable is this. We cannot be using old system and we want new results. No, things are changing every day. It's even rare for you to see a baby that they are giving a camel now. While we are growing up, please, let's answer. Can we do that now? No. So that shows us that things are changing. And I want you to know one thing. As things are changing, we don't need to stay in a place. We have to learn new technology. The way you are doing it in 1980 is not the same way they are doing it now. Before, if you want to rear a broiler that you will, to table size, it will take forever. But now, at 35 days, we are having table size broiler 2 kg above, due to improved nutrition. What brings about improved nutrition is technology, innovations. Some people are putting their time, their intellect into this. Oh, we can do this. Let's put this and this together. Oh, it will give us this. Okay, let's run a trial. All these things you are seeing inside the bag, it takes a lot of work. You can give your birds only maize. They will still live. They will do well. But why are we buying feed? We can easily crush our maize and give it to them. They will do well, but we know what we are looking for. We want them to lay. We can just be giving them leftover food. They will lay. Would they lay? They will lay. But what's the quantity? Can they give us what we want? No. So I want to thank you once again for making time to be in our midst today. We don't take it for granted, because we know for you to take farmers out of their farms, no, it must be something important that will take farmers out of their farms. So I welcome you once again, and I pray Almighty God will honor each and every one of us. So we have this, if you see this table is not high, it's on the same level with where each and every one of us is seated. But we just have to put some people there. They are not more important than us, but we just have, it's a mark of honor. So to this podium, I'm going to invite, the first person I'm going to invite is our host, Venerable S.A. Ojewumi. A round of applause for him, sir. And mommy should join him, please. Please, sir. Mommy, please, you have to join daddy. So to follow him, the Ojewumi, I want to invite Dr. Kehinde Makinde, the CEO, Topmark Farmer Center. A round of applause for him. I let Dr. Tawe is on his way to this place, so when he comes, we are going to invite him to the high table. So also the plant chairman of Otazone, Mr. Shola, he too is on his way too. When he comes around, we are going to invite him to his rightful place. So without wasting more time, we are going to start with opening prayer. Daddy, please give us the opening prayer, sir.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for keeping us today. Thank you for grace. Thank you for joining blessings upon us. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Father, I want to stand to program. Come and lead us. Come and take control. In the mighty name of Jesus. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
So next on our agenda is, I would like to introduce the team from iPro. Mr. Awe, please, let me call everybody inside, please. Because we are on behalf of the management, that's why we are here. It won't make sense for we not to introduce ourselves. You might meet me outside, oh, who are you? So let me start by introducing our head of sales, Mr. Joan Joseph. A round of applause for him. That's him at the back. A round of applause for him, please. Welcome, sir. I would like to introduce my national sales manager in person of Mr. Tope Oyedoku. A round of applause for him. Great nations. So the next person I would like to introduce is Dr. Uzo Maximus. He's our veterinary doctor, a technical great nations. Followed by Mr. Abudemi Awe. He's one of our sales executives. Followed by Mr. Onuoha Abdul Unana, great nations. Followed by Mr. Olowo Victor, great nations. Where is Mr. Iyoru Adediro? Our host is coming. You all know him. He's the sales executive representing this area. So I will not leave myself behind. I would like to introduce myself. I'm a regional sales manager with Apples Pears. My name is Ayankunle Olamide. A round of applause for me, please. I will not continue to do clap for me. Thank you so much. See, without wasting any time, we are diving into the lecture straight up. But before that, I'm going to call on Dr. Kehinde Makinde for a welcome address. A round of applause for him, please.
Great farmers, we want to especially welcome you this morning to this great meeting. And we want to appreciate the fact that you take time to come and learn one thing or the other. One thing that is very important in the life of a man is learning. As long as we are alive, we need to keep learning so that we can maximize every opportunity that we have. Farming has gone beyond hobby. Tí a bá mọ iye tí a ná gẹ́gẹ́ bí àgbẹ̀ lórí àwọn nǹkan ọ̀sìn wa, ẹ rí i pé iṣẹ́ tá a ṣe ń sìn ó ti ju pé àfi ṣiṣẹ́ ọmọdé lọ. It's something we need to start to take very seriously. For us to do that, we must know what we're doing. Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ ó ti di nǹkan tó yàtọ̀. Tẹ́ bá wo bí ọdún méjì mẹ́ta sẹ́yìn, nǹkan tí a ná sí ó ti ju ìdá mẹ́rin lọ. It's more than 4 times what you are using now to raise our birds. And so, this morning you are going to be learning a lot of things because we have someone in the house who is more than capable to teach us something. And I want you to pay a very careful attention because he's going to be sharing for his wealth of experience. Kò sí àǹfààní nínú kéèyàn máa ṣiṣẹ́ kó má ní èrè, bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Ìdí nìyẹn tí a fi ní kí ẹ wá lọ́wọ́ yìí. And I know that we have not called you here to waste your time, or rather we have called you here so that you can have value for your presence here. Once again, I want to welcome you.
A round of applause for him, please. Great farmers! If you want me to shout, for you to clap, I will shout. Great farmers! No farmer! Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, iṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa, ẹni kò ṣiṣẹ́ á máa jalè. Ìwé kíkọ́ láì sí ọgbọ́n àti àdá kò ì gbé o, kò ì gbé. Ẹ yí padà ẹ lọ́nu. Èèyàn mélòó ló sì ń fọwọ́ dá polúsì? Wọ́n ti ṣe ìjọba ní oko dídá láì sí ọgbọ́n àti òye gbèsè ni ó dá. That's the simple truth. After perfect local. So that's one of the reasons why we are here today. We don't wasting more time. A guru when it comes to poultry. Wọ́n máa ń bọ̀ wọ́n ní ọ̀dọ́ àgbàlagbà ni wọ́n. Báwo ṣe máa pè yọ over 60 lọ́dọ̀? How? Imagine. Oh, wrong now. So I like to invite Dr. Isaac Olusegun Makejuola. A round of applause for him. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Okay, I think I'm okay. I should be okay. Great farmers! I don't think there is any farmer in this auditorium. I know how farmer reacts. I will know in the next 1 or 2 calls. Great farmers! They are waking up, and I don't think it's too cold around here. Great farmers! No farmer! I welcome you once again, people on this side of the table, and every farmer present, the Apples Pears crew. We thank God for giving us this day. I was happy when Dr. Makinde was telling us that we need knowledge to survive in this industry. For all the poultry farmers seated, I congratulate you that you are still in poultry, especially for what we have passed through in the near 5 years. It's been from one challenge to another. But for our authority, let us clap for ourselves. It's not easy to be a poultry farmer this time around. And it is on that excuse táwọn kan fi máa ń rò pé bóyá poultry ò dáa tàbí bóyá poultry ò lérè lórí. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tó dá mi lójú ni pé poultry lérè lórí, poultry sì dára. Àwọn ènìyàn kan wọ́n ti wà lẹ́nu iṣẹ́ yìí ó ti lé ní 40 ọdún, 40 years. Àwọn kan 50 years. Ká ní pé kò dáa ni a ní rí wọn nídìí iṣẹ́ yẹn mọ́. What's happening to my slide? But ẹni tó máa lè ṣe poultry fún àwọn ọdún tá à ń sọ yẹn ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ẹni tó ń jẹ èrè. Ṣé wọ́n fún gbogbo wa ní notebook? Wọ́n fún wa notepad àbí àti biro. àwọn keywords kan wà kéré wọn láwọn kan rí notepad ẹ̀nà wọn sókè tẹ́wà rí notepad.
This pen is affecting your testimony just a bit.
Okay. What? Okay. Ẹ máa mi fún everybody ní notepad because àwọn máa ṣe àwọn àyẹ̀wò kọ̀ọ̀kan ní àwọn abala kọ̀ọ̀kan. Okay, ìwé wà kò sí notepad kò sí báyìí. Mo lè yá ẹnìkan ní báyìí mi wọ́n wá dá padà.
Àwọn kò gbọ́ Yorùbá.
Okay. If you don't have notepad or pen, okay. I don't have notepad. Raise up your hand. Everybody has notepad. They said for the people that do not have pen, they will bring pen. Tani mo lè yá ní pen mi o. Pen yìí owó ni. Let me keep it with me. Mi fẹ́ dájà lẹ̀. So as I was saying, the essence of any business is to make profit. I am an Ijeshaman and I know the importance of profit in businesses, especially in poultry. Tá a bá ń ṣe okòwò, èrèdí okòwò wa ní ká jèrè. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká bọ́ níṣẹ́ ṣe é. Ṣàmì ẹni ẹ sọ fún yín ọmọ wòlíì ni mi o. Ọ̀rọ̀ ajé máa ń jáde lẹ́nu mi lẹ́kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká bá oníṣẹ́ ṣe é. Because when you do business and you don't make profit, you are just working for some people. You don't need to deceive ourselves. So this morning I'll be talking on a very important part of poultry production. All of us, we are going to troubleshoot on brooding. Sir?
Maybe, sir. Maybe you miss it.
I'm mixing it. Mo fẹ́ sọ topic yẹn kí n tún wá sọ Yorùbá ni. No problem. We want to troubleshoot brooding and other management problems for higher profitability. You might be making profit now, but maybe we are committing one or two errors. When we are able to troubleshoot into those errors and we get the way out of the errors, our profit will be higher. A fẹ́ wo àwọn àgbékalẹ̀ láti tọ́jú àwọn ohun ọ̀sìn wa láti ọjọ́ kìíní. Ká tó wá wo àwọn nǹkan tó yẹ ká máa ṣe, tó yẹ ká bójútó lójoojúmọ́. Ká wá yẹ̀wò ká lè rí èrè tó pọ̀ ju ìtàn rí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí lọ. Àbáyá àwọn tán ti ń rí èrè ní ìsìn. Bàbá bá fi máa parí àgbékalẹ̀ yìí yóò tún yé wa ju àtẹ̀yìnwá lọ, yóò sì jẹ́ kí èrè wa kí ó pọ̀ sí. The introduction starts with, for decades, poultry industry has been perceived as the more predictable, more profitable subsector of agri sector. However, in the recent times, we have some challenges that makes us to be questioning these views about the profitability of poultry business. Àwọn tó ní bárò àti ìwé ẹ̀kọ́ profit, ẹ̀kọ́ ní capital profit. Àwa tá a fẹ́ kọ́ ní Yorùbá ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́ èrè. Torí ó ṣe kókó níbí. Ohun tá à ń sọ ni pé a máa ń wo okòwò ọ̀sìn bíi ohun tá a lè sọ pàtó lórí ẹ̀, tá a ti lè sọ wípé ó ní èrè lórí. Ṣùgbọ́n láìpẹ́ yìí bí ọdún 5-6 sẹ́yìn a ṣàkíyèsí pé ṣáà lè fẹ́nu sọ gbangba wípé èrè wà lórí ẹ̀. And màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dáhùn ẹ̀ kí n sọ wípé a nílò àwọn àbájáde ohun ẹ̀mí okòwò ọ̀sìn adìyẹ. We need the products. Ọ̀nà méjì ni màá fi sọ fún yín. Ojoojúmọ́ ni àwọn ènìyàn tá à ń bí sílẹ̀ alààyè ni wọ́n ń pọ̀ sí. Wọ́n sì nílò oúnjẹ tó dẹ̀ lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè ṣe nǹkan gbogbo tó yẹ ká ṣe. Ó ní oúnjẹ tó ń fún ara lókun. So if I'm convinced that the population is rising on a daily basis, and as the population is growing up, people will need to eat. And one of the important classes of food they need is protein, which we are doing through the poultry production. Then I want to confirm that there is hope for poultry production. I want to first don't run away. Stay with us. I want to be fellow. You will not that cement in the Ilomata Grand Food. But there is a need to improve our management. Our tafe kan sílẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ àbójútó tó péye, ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́. Proper management. English, proper management. Yorùbá, àbójútó tó péye. Láti ìgbà tá a bá ti kó adìyẹ wa sílẹ̀ láti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ rẹ̀, àwọn adìyẹ tá à ń wò yẹn lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tá a wà yìí, iṣẹ́ ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ tó ti gba ara wọn kọjá ó ti yàtọ̀ sí tá à ń sìn ní àwọn ìgbà kan. The technology has improved a lot of things concerning them, and we need to follow suit. If the technology improves on the birds, the feed that is in your care must improve to meet up. The water you want to give them, everything around management needs to be improved. From decades. Let's go. Okay, let's go back. Let's go. Now, àwọn nǹkan tí a tún fẹ́ ṣàkíyèsí ó ní àwọn owó tá à ń ná láti lè tọ́jú àwọn ohun ọ̀sìn wọ̀nyí. Cost. Kí ló dé ta fẹ́ wò ó? Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn nǹkan kan la fi máa ń ṣòfò táwọn olóyìnbó máa ń pè ní wastages. Á bẹ̀rù pa ná wọn sí adìyẹ yẹn ni. Àwọn kọ́lá náà fún wa waste ẹni. The cost strategy is going to take care of wastages. So nínú ìwé wa ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ wastages. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ nǹkan tí wọ́n fi ṣòfò. In the cost strategies, there are some things you don't need that you put into poultry production at a cost. You buy it, you put it there. The bird does not need it or is wasted. It will form part of your cost. And that's why the economic of poultry requires strategic shifts to meet the new challenges. Àwọn tí wọ́n lè survive nísìn nínú poultry production, àwọn ni àwọn tí wọ́n farabalẹ̀ wípé ká gbé ìgbésẹ̀ kan one tó máa yọ àwọn àṣedànù wastages yẹn òfò yìí ṣe tó máa yọ kúrò. Ká dẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa. 2 keywords: reduce wastages and improve efficiency. Are you getting me? Now, profitability in poultry depend on adjusting factors of production. One, we have to lower our production cost. It's very compulsory. Then we have to attain optimum market quality. Some people cannot sell their product at desired. Their end products are not of good quality. And quality egg, quality meat is determined by quality day-old chicks, quality feed, and quality management. The third one is we need to reduce overhead. Poultry is not a philanthropic venture. Poultry is a business. 2 key things you should take home today. Unless you do poultry as a science and as a business, you may not survive it. It has to be combined. Because they will help us to produce quality products, they will help us to reduce overhead. Then you must find a way to maximize your income. There are a lot of things on our farm that we take for granted that we can sell to make more money. I'm saying tá a bá fẹ́ jèrè lórí ohun ọ̀sìn wa, iye tá a ná sí a gbọ́dọ̀ sa ipá wa kó wá sílẹ̀. Tá a bá fẹ́ sa ipá wa kí owó tá a fi ń ṣe ohun ọ̀sìn wa kó wá sílẹ̀, a gbọ́dọ̀ kíyèsí àwọn ibi tí àwọn nǹkan kan ti ń ṣòfò. A wo oko wa kí la tún lè rí tà lóko wa tó jẹ́ àbájáde dípò ká máa dànù. Màá ṣàlàyé lórí wọn. Ìkejì ni pé àtẹ̀yìn àtàdìyẹ tá à ń pèsè lórí oko wa, wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ èyí tó kún ojú òṣùwọ̀n. Tí ò bá kún ojú òṣùwọ̀n, bóyá nígbà tá a bá ń gbìyànjú láti reduce kinní kan, tí àwọn tó fẹ́ ra ọjà tá à ń tajà fún ní ìsìn wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́, a lè tan èèyàn kan pé kó wá sáré rajà wa tí ò bá gbádùn ẹ̀ kò ní padà wá. Ìkẹta ni pé àwọn ibi tá à ń náwó sí, tá a máa ń pè ní owó tá à ń ná lójoojúmọ́ tàbí lẹ́ẹ̀kan, bí owó àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ wa, owó sáré lọ ra kinní kan wá, owó tá à ń ná lórí epo, owó tá à ń ná lórí àwọn lébìrà, owó tá à ń ná lórí àwọn plumbers lórí oko wa. Gbogbo àwọn owó yẹn abẹ́ owó tá à ń ná ló wà. A gbọ́dọ̀ gbìyànjú kó wá sílẹ̀. A sì gbọ́dọ̀ wá ọ̀nà kan láti jẹ́ kí èrè wa kó gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí sí i. These are what we call operational efficiency. Now, how do we improve our efficiency? Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo bí ta fẹ́ yẹ̀ wò. Àwọn agbègbè tá ti ń náwó rè, capital cost. Bàtà fẹ́ ilẹ̀ tá rà, ilé poultry tá kọ́, cage tá kó síbẹ̀, àwọn tó fẹ́ fi jẹun tó fẹ́. These are capital cost. Ẹ̀kan la máa ń ná owó yẹn. A wà dúró de bí ọdún 5 ọdún 10 bóyá máa nílò láti tún ra wọn padà. Monthly overhead cost. Owó tá à ń san lóṣooṣù, tá à ń ná láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù dé ọjọ́ 21. We must watch it. Energy cost. Owó tá à ń ná lórí iná, káyọ̀ pé iná wà lórí oko wa, èlò là ń ná. Káyọ̀ pé iná òjò oko wa, diesel tàbí kìíní la fẹ́ lò, èlò là ń ná. Àwọn owó àwọn tó ń yẹ ọjà wa wò, regulatory cost. Security cost. Bóyá a gbé security sóko àbá gbé sóko, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló ní àpàdé àti àlùdé. If you have security on your farm, you pay. You assume the product is secured. If you think Ọlọ́run ló ń ṣọ́ poultry mi, you didn't have a security. By the time the consequence come, it's coming at a cost to security. These are the cost centers. Ancillary expenses, àwọn owó tá a kàn ná pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ tá a fojú sí. Ẹnìkan máa lọ sóko lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta lójúmọ́, èpo ló gbé lọ ló máa gbé bọ̀, àtún gbé lọ. Kílódé tá à ń pààyàn àjò wa pọ̀ sẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ẹlòmíì, owó tá a fi ń pe àwọn ìyẹn lẹ́yìn wa, ẹlẹ́yẹ àti ìrìyìn lónìí, a kì í ní àkọsílẹ̀ rẹ̀. Operational cost. Owó tá à ń ná láti ìgbàdégbà. Owó ojoojúmọ́, oúnjẹ wa ojoojúmọ́ ni. Omi, èèyàn mélòó ló mọ iye tí omi cost lórí oko ẹ̀? You know the cost of water on your farm, let me see your hand up. How much is water on your farm? Or is water coming at a cost? Èló ni omi lórí oko wa? You know it, let me know, okay?
Technically, I would say we spend about 10 to 15,000 naira weekly buying fuel to pump water.
Okay.
That's
So the cost of water on your farm is in on fuel. Any other contribution? Oh, you fuel low.
treatment and
15,000. How many boats?
weekly.
In 7 days, that's 2,000 per day.
Yes.
How many boats?
3,500.
6,500.
3,000.
3,500. How many liters of water do they drink per day?
Well, approximately around 1,000 liters.
Okay. Let me give you a clue. The borehole or kangata is part of the cost for water. The pumping machine that is part of the cost. The capital that we spread. Now, the pipes, the tanks. So let me give you an average. When I do my costing of water on my farm, this is the costing. Alone sachet 500 grams. 500 mils. Sachet pure water. Alone. 3,400 naira. That's 3 naira 30 kobo. So 500 grams will be 3 naira 30 kobo. Let's assume 4 naira. Then 1 liter will now be 8 naira. Why am I bringing you to this? When they waste water on your farm, some of you will be laughing. Am I ready? Now ever for me share loco you. At 1 liter and sing 8 naira. No tomorrow. Number waste 100 liter. You don't know waste 800 naira. Times 30 days. 24,000 naira. Only congratulations. Nǹkan tá a bá mọ yí ẹ̀ wọ́n sọ pé oògùn tá a fowó ṣe ẹ̀yìn àrò ló máa gbé. So water is very essential and it's coming at a cost. The next slide. Let's move on. Avoid ego assets. Assets that you don't need now. Àwọn tó máa ń jèrè lórí okòwò adìyẹ. They don't buy what they don't need. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Àwọn nǹkan tá a nílò nísinsìnyí ló yẹ ká máa fowó dè mọ́lẹ̀. Tá a bá ra àwọn nǹkan kan tá a nílò, a kàn fẹ́ máa fi yan gan ni. Èèyàn tó fẹ́ ṣàdìyẹ 5,000 tó kọ́lé 10,000 ó máa waste space 5,000 tó kù yẹn títí tó fi máa lè ṣe ó lè fowó yẹn ṣe nǹkan míì. Wọ́n máa ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wọ́n máa láwọn fẹ́ ṣe poultry wọ́n máa ń sọ fún wọn pé èwo lẹ fẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ kọ́ pẹ̀ǹtì yín àbẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ rent. Ẹni tó bá rent ó máa fowó ṣe poultry tó pọ̀ ju ẹni tó bá kọ́ lọ. Wàá sì kọ́ tiẹ̀ o bọ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ owó tó máa fi kọ́ 10,000 capacity ó lè sin adìyẹ 20,000 capacity níbi tó bá ti lọ rent ẹ̀ wàá tètè make owó. So it's better to save cost, and so on wastages and cost saving efficiency. So what you don't need, somebody will need 5 or 10, maximum 100 water fountain or feeders. One malo, one go 300, go 500. Only one lola to buy one lola. Am I communicating? Yes. Now, so ìkejì, owó tí a máa fi ra àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí, a máa ń gba àwọn tó yẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ níyànjú pé má lọ yáwó tó ní èlé tó pọ̀ lórí. And unfortunately in Nigeria we don't have interest that is low. All over the world there are very low interest on agriculture. So don't just, if mo lè sọ fún yín pé àwọn abala poultry kan wà tí kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ lérè púpọ̀ lórí tó bá ṣe pọ̀ sí ló ṣe máa gbéyàn. Profit on some of these poultry areas are not too big. So if you now go and take interest rates told you that is more than your profit, it means you are going to bring money from other areas to augment it. For example, commercial loan now is about 35%. Which aspect of poultry give us 35% profit? So ẹ má jẹ́ ká lọ yá owó èlé tó pọ̀ torí pé a fẹ́ ṣe poultry tó pọ̀. Mo gbàgbọ́ nínú kí wọ́n máa dàgbà sókè 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to 3,000. Before you know it, àti máa dé 10,000 tọkàn wá pòǹgbẹ àti jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìkẹta ni pé tá a bá tiẹ̀ ti rẹ́ni tó ti ní capacity kí crisis tó dé, àsìkò láti gé aṣọ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí sáìsì wa lélẹ̀. Cut all expenses on your farm. And how do you do it? You begin to set up. When you utilize capacity of your farm, you can begin to make profit. But when you underutilize capacity on your farm, you will be making losses. So let us begin to convert some of these, set up smaller and channel those funds into operational expenses. Mo máa sọ fáwọn èèyàn sí ìgbà kan àwọn kan ní pé káwọn èèyàn kọ́lé ìbá gba 40,000 má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ìdẹ́ ká kọ́ ní kékeré tàdé ṣe ń kọ́kàn tán káwọn akádìyẹ sí kówó máa jáde. Àwọn ìrírí ni mò ń sọ fún yín o. Àwọn bá pè mí l'Abuja about 6-7 years ago wọ́n kọ́lé tán fẹ́ fi kó 100,000 adìyẹ sí wọ́n kọ́ 10-10 wọn à sì tí kó adìyẹ sí kankan. Ìgbà tán dé nọ́mbà 8 ni mo tó débẹ̀ mo ní ṣé wọ́n fún yín lówó ni ààrẹ jí tó bá ti kọ́ kan tán kádìyẹ sí. I don't know what you want to look at. I have 6, 7, 8 buildings. It's wastages. Ọlọ́mọ àyàká rí kò jẹ dáadáa tí kò tó kọ́lé tán tí ò bá sí nǹkan kan láti kádìyẹ sí mọ́ ń kọ́. Ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá ti kọ́ àkọ́kọ́ ká kádìyẹ sí. Owó rẹ̀ láfi kọ́ kejì. I have done it before and I know people are still doing it. Àbájáde ẹ̀ náà lẹ́fi kọ́ kẹta. Before you know it, you get to your 100,000. So we should not underutilize our capacity. If you have unused capacity, rent it out. Or better still, sell it. You may not want to like it, but if you rent it out, you may bounce back and tell that person, in the next 1 year, I want to use my capacity. But if you tie down the capacity there, you are not using it, it will depreciate, and you will need to be spending money to put it back to shape. And these days, every day some system change. In fact, poultry system is changing on daily basis. If it are delana, better bambe, alimari mbelola. What are the monthly overhead? Our overhead cost must be within reasonable limits. The man fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé èló ní èrè mi lórí iṣẹ́ yìí. Àwọn àdọ̀kìn ní yẹn backward calculation yẹn. Èló ni ó yẹ kí n ná. Àwọn kan máa ń ná ju èrè wọn lọ. Wọ́n á wá lọ máa yá owó wá sórí business yẹn. Those overspend. So cut it to reasonable limit. Staff mélòó ló yẹ kí n gbà? Má ṣe charity. If you need only 3 staff, 3 numbers of staff, don't take 4. The 4th one is a waste. Iṣẹ́ wo náà fẹ́ ṣe lórí oko yẹn ló máa determine. Má ti torí gbára lé wa ni kò gbà síṣẹ́. Kò ní fowó sápò ẹ̀, ó máa yọ owó kó lápò ẹ̀. Ọmọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wa kò gbà síṣẹ́. Tó o bá ti nílò ẹ̀, kò ní fowó sápò ẹ̀, ó máa yọ kúrò ẹ̀. Cut your coat according to need. Then àwọn kan wà tó jẹ́ pé nígbà tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí a gbọ́dọ̀ mú wọn lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́. You must be friend to people that have experience. Over a period of time, they can easily tell you that if I spend 20% on overhead, my profit will be this. Nǹkan tí iṣẹ́ ìgbà ni pé irú ìtàn sọ fún wa pé a máa kọ́ àwọn nǹkan kan ká jókòó báyìí pé mo fẹ́ pẹ́ nídìí iṣẹ́ yìí. Mi ì fẹ́ join àwọn tó ń sọ pé iṣẹ́ yìí ò dáa. Àwọn kan make owó lójoojúmọ́ every hour, every minute. Mo fẹ́ join wọn báwọn náà ṣe ń ṣe. They don't waste things. Nǹkan tó rí lóko wọn gan wọ́n á tó tún lò lóko yẹn. So we need to, before you incur any cost, ká tó máa dábàá àti náwó kan, a gbọ́dọ̀ béèrè ṣé ó di dandan kí tí mi ò bá náwó ìlásìkò yìí kí ló fẹ́ ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé fún yín pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà tí àwọn plumbers máa ń wá sóko wa, they may not need it. Let them come once. If you have your plan, kí náà wá ń ṣe lójoojúmọ́? Tó bá nílò ká ra nǹkan kan, ẹ jẹ́ ká rà ká pààrọ̀ ẹ̀ rather than kán máa bá wa páàṣì ẹ̀. Tí plumber bá ti mọ̀ pé páṣ ni wọ́n láì, ó máa fi yín jẹun ni o. A lẹ ọlọ́sẹ̀ kan síbẹ̀, ṣé wọn kàn lè lẹ ọlọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta? Ẹ máa pè wọ́n Monday tó bá tún di Thursday, kí níyẹn máa tó ti bàjẹ́ ẹ sanwó ọkọ̀. So all artisans that comes to our farm, like electricians, like plumbers, check it, like carpenters, gather their job together, give them at once, rather than them coming. What you need to replace, because at the end of the day you will replace it. I know of a generator mechanic that comes to a farm regularly. You know, immediately your generator is not functioning well, change it, and you begin to have peace of mind. But by the time today is carburetor, tomorrow is engine, is the pipe, they will be making money at the expense of the farm. Am I making sense? We don't look into those things. The generator that you have brought to your farm, it has the number of years stated to perform at certain hours per day. Then you overwork them. Some people will say, we're supposed to ring this engine, but I don't think you have money on it. He will be the one advising you. Okay, I will just do something, he will keep it for 2 weeks. What is 2 weeks? It's something you're going to use to make money. So when you need to change it, please change it outrightly. And that's why in our profit line, we always make provision for depreciation. Whatever you take to, even my body depreciates too. So I must make arrangement for what will take care of the depreciation. And because of their repetitive nature, small saving operational costs becomes a lot over time. When you keep, the artisan keep coming, the floor, or to break, or to my patch here. Why don't you do it at once? Because each time it comes with materials and workmanship. So we must spend this money. Must we spend this money? Ask anybody that is telling you. Some of your boys, you trust them. Some of your managers or your supervisors, you trust them. They come with pay. I'm sorry, let me use some paper. Okay, we need to do this thing now. Don't be under the pressure of now. The question you should ask, facing eye to eye, must I spend this money now? His conscience will tell him, okay, Oga, actually, nobody has a $4 is another thing. Let's move on. Energy cost. You have to review our use of energy. In fact, you must audit the use àwọn ìgbà tá a bá nílò iná lórí oko nìkan ló yẹ ká máa tanná sílẹ̀. I know in Nigeria people waste electricity. In a very conscious economy, you don't put on light when you don't need it. And it's coming at a cost. Unfortunately, we don't have agric energy cost as proposed. The energy cost in agric proposition that has been approved long ago shows that we should be paying 50% of iye táwọn commercial àti labour san. So we must review it. Energy use on site, energy use for mobility. How many if I ask you guys, how many liters of fuel do you take to your farm in a month? Who can tell me? You are precise, you know how many liters. And when we go back to how many do you think you need, you will find out you need less. Let us review our energy use. A liter of petrol costs about 800 naira now. If you waste 100 liters, that is 80,000. And people waste more than 100 liters. Are you listening to me? You combine your trip. Whenever I want to go to farm or whatever, I don't go more than once a day. I can sit from morning till night, the day I dedicate for the farm. Not, I need something. Prove what you can do on phone. You take 800 per liter, and some of our vehicles are. Now, energy costs, we impose daily expense. And over time, when you begin to count it, on Monday, I used 2.5 for fuel. Tuesday, I used 2.5 for fuel. Multiply it by 30, it's coming to 75,000 naira. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. People that are really breaking forth, they take note of these small wastages. Now, if you can invest in alternative or renewable energy. I did a costing for one of my cars. It's a V8 car, and I wanted to cross to CNG. Initial capital looks heavy, but expenses per day reduced drastically over a year. You know, we are doing business. I said you should take the positive things as business and science. If you take over a year, if I begin to buy 20,000 liters per day in a year, it's going to be far over 1 million. 365 days. Now, suppose I now invest 1.2 million on CNG and I'm now buying maximum 5,000 even in 2-3 days. If I spread it, if I say in the next 5 years, what is the cost of my energy? If you have access to alternative energy, please go for alternative energy. Like solar, like gas. I was talking of wastages on our farm. Some of us can convert the poultry waste on our farm to energy. You can burn it in gas, you can burn it in electricity. So look at the alternative ones and install it. It better the dancing. Gas and brooding. It's a waste of wealth program. So let us see if you can invest. Then you can synchronize your farm activities, like I said the other time, for vehicle. They will want electricity. How can you combine it together and do it? Synchronize everything. But to ban pump on me, lotto. But I want to man for the extra 4 to 6 hours a day. Why don't you do it together? So it saves some cost. Streamline personnel, control of energy utilization. Somebody must be responsible. If you let it loose, you won't hold anybody responsible. pé wọ́n ní kó máa mójútó a ní lè béèrè pé báwo lẹ ṣe mójútó lọ́sìn ẹ̀ mẹ́ta bá wà èmi ẹnìkan tí ọ̀gá wa ò sọ fún wa wọ́n bá bí mi máa ní ọ̀gá mi ò mọ̀ ń pẹ́ eléyìí náà ló mọ̀ ń pẹ́ bọ́ tá a bá Ṣẹ́gun kí ló dé tí paná yìí tó dẹ̀ yẹ pé mi lẹ́ni kí you can easily get somebody all these areas that first save cost somebody must be very very responsible. Hello, let's move on. Regulatory cost àwọn èèyàn máa ń sá fún regulatory cost ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè sá fún tá a bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ business àwọn regulators wa wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́ wọn dáadáa báyìí. The NAFDAC regulators, the veterinary regulators, the animal science regulator, the SON regulator. Wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣàbójútó àwọn nǹkan tí à ń lò kó má bàa pa wá lára tàbí kó pa àwọn tó wà lágbègbè lára. Don't run for them. Tá a bá ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ fúnra wa ni ká lọ bá wọn ká sọ fún wọn wípé mo fẹ́ ṣe irú iṣẹ́ báyìí àwọn àmójútó wo ló fẹ́ wá látọ̀dọ̀ yín. Ìyẹn máa ń pọ́n wa lé lọ. Then ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ wọn. Be cordial with them. Please be cordial with them. Then ká sanwó tó yẹ ká san lásìkò. Tá a bá san lásìkò, wọ́n máa gbà á pẹ̀lú èlé. Wọ́n máa ń pèlé yẹn ní penalty. Ẹ̀wọ̀n tí wọ́n bá driver license lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ lórí títì. Ó máa ṣì gba driver license yẹn. Wọ́n lè ní kó lọ san fine 20,000. 50,000 ló gánà ní ṣe driver license wàá san fine wàá dẹ̀ tún lọ gbà torí tó bá tó gbà tó bá tó mú ẹ lọ́la wàá tún san fine. Don't let us run away from regulators. Let us cooperate with them. Keep deadline. Àwọn ìwé tàbí àwọn nǹkan kan tó ní gbèdéke ẹ má yẹ kó máa ká wa mọ́lé. Do it ahead of the deadline. Renew your papers. If law begin to work in Nigeria, most of these cars on the road, you won't see them because most of them will new will. I'm a phone, I will 15 naira, 100 naira. That's not it. So let's keep deadlines in focus so that we will not pay penalties. The security, I've just mentioned it the other time. There must be preventive and control measure. Because my own belief on security is prevention is better and cheaper than treatment. A gbọ́dọ̀ fi àwọn nǹkan tó máa ṣọ́ oko wa ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà. Nàìjíríà ti kúrò ní mo fi ṣọ́ lọ́rùn báyìí. Fọlọ́run ṣọ́ òde gbọ́dọ̀ fokùn ọ̀gọ̀dẹ̀ gún ọ̀pẹ ló máa jábọ̀. Ọlọ́run á wò pé ṣọ́bọ̀ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ló yẹ kó fi gún ọ̀pẹ. Down. So let's put security in place for prevention and for control measure. Boko wa ti wù kó kéré tó ẹ jẹ́ kójú wa ká. Yes, let's see that there are boundaries. Àwọn èèyàn wọ́n mọ bí tó máa gbà wọ oko tí ò bá ní boundaries ẹ̀. Wọ́n á yọ kẹ́lẹ́ wọlé. Tọ́mọ káàdì yẹn mẹ́ta gba ẹ̀yin náà mọ iye tó dẹ́ náà wọ́n dẹ̀ ń kẹ́ ẹyin 20 wọ́n ń kọ́ ẹyin 50 lójúmọ́. Because your security is too loose. You will lose a lot of things. Bóyá gan ló ń jèrè create ẹyin 20 lójúmọ́. Àwọn káàdì wà bóyá every Tuesday wọ́n wá kí ọ̀rẹ́ wọn. O lè lé yóò wá sílẹ̀kùn fún léta. Pé ọ̀gá mi bíi ni mo gbà wọlé aago mú o pé. Tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín máa ń sọ fáwọn ọmọ ọjọ́ yín tẹ́ bá ń bọ̀ lóko pé kò tí ń bọ̀ ẹ ń ṣera yín ni o ẹ yọ sí wọn kú lẹ́nu ẹ kà wọn mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Are you with me? But when you tell them I'm coming, they will plan how to do it. They will not steal during the period you are coming. There is no farm they don't steal. Are you with me? So access control infrastructure is compulsory. For commercial farm, community relation. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ àwọn ibi tẹ́ ní oko yín sí. Ẹ máa fún tó bá ní baálẹ̀ ẹ máa fún baálẹ̀ lẹ́yìn kan lóṣù kan 30 days. Are you with me? Tẹ́ bá ṣe Christmas or Iléyá or whatever, ẹ gbé adìyẹ kan fún wọn. àwọn ló máa ṣọ́ oko yín. Ẹ tí ì rẹ́yìn, àwọn ló máa ṣe. Ibikíbi tí mo bá ti báwọn èèyàn ralẹ̀ tá a bá fẹ́ ṣe poultry sí, mo máa make sure pé baálẹ̀ ló fún wa ní staff kan. Nǹkan tí màá dẹ̀ sọ fún staff yẹn ni pé wọ́n ń jalè lórí oko wa o, ọmọ tó dẹ̀ tọ̀tọ̀ baálẹ̀ wa. Ẹ ti get tẹ má ti mú yàn púpọ̀ wá láti ta inú wọn máa bí wọn, má dẹ olè sóko yín. But ẹ ti fún lè ṣọ́ oko. Are you with me? Baálẹ̀ gan máa ráwọn security àgbègbè yẹn pé kí wọ́n lọ máa ṣọ́ oko yín. Ẹ kọjá lóko yẹn ó kéré jù ẹ̀mejì lóru o. Bọ̀dẹ̀ bá ti mọ́dẹ wá láti ta tí mi wọn ò dùn sí. Wọ́n á kàn pé ọdẹ yẹn ni pé ṣé o fẹ́ pẹ́ nílùú yìí? Ṣáà cooperate pẹ̀lú wa. And it will cooperate with them. So we have to have a very good relationship with the community. Ẹ̀kọ́ kan tọ́lọ́ bá ṣe ràn wá lọ́wọ́ sí, a lè bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe scholarship fáwọn ọmọ ìlú yẹn. Ó lè máa ju primary school lọ 30,000 40,000. Ẹ ti gẹ̀, ó máa ń jẹ́ kí relationship yẹn dàgbàsókè from experience. Now, the little cost of community relation can save you the entire investment. Màá fún lápẹẹrẹ kan ní ọ̀nà Ìwó, Ìbàdàn Ìwó road, there is a big farm. Àwọn ọmọ kan wọ́n fẹ́ ìmọ̀ kan tó fẹ́ pa lóru, wọ́n ṣáà dáná kan nínú pond ní 2 a.m. ní oko kan. Community security ló catch wọn. We need that relationship. I can't joke with it. I'm telling you. Àwọn kan wọ́n á kàn gba iṣẹ́ ẹyin ṣe náà ni wọ́n á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní àwọn ló máa gbórí sí. You know, I'm talking of community because mo ti rí experience yẹn. No, nothing you want to neutralize in your production. Security must be from within. Please, you will see the result. Àwọn ló máa mú àwọn ọmọ tẹ kó wá láti gbòòrò. Eléyìí ó jẹ́ ẹni mẹ́ta. Wọ́n á ka mọ́ wọn lára. But tẹ bá ti jẹ́ kí wọ́n dàpọ̀, wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Let's go. Okay, ancillary expenses. This cost a big drain in the pond. Like professional charges. Now, let me tell you something. Somebody needed a 3-year bank clearance certificate. But if you have been paying your taxes as regularly as possible, if you have done your insurance, when any bad thing want to happen, I've mentioned technicians like plumber and electricians, we will save cost. But if you are not doing it, you will pay more. Good planning ensures that you have fewer emergencies that make people to exploit you. Why do we need budget? Who knows why we need budget? So that emergencies will reduce. When you have planned that I will do this in January, I will do this in February, I will do this in March, emergency will reduce. And I don't know if you share with your staff, share with them. Until you begin to relate with your staff, they would think you have, especially if you buy a new car. If you buy a new car and drive to the farm, you 600 crates, calculator and multiply one more you don't think you work and your guy cheat me, one for me 50,000. And you know, this is what, but talk to them, let them share your emotion. If you talk to them and let them share your emotion, they can share your finances. Then MRC productivity bonus. Please do productivity bonus. It will help your business. It may be 0.05%, but please do it. In one month, one schedule. Nígbà táwọn gba productivity níbi tá a ti ṣiṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, ó dàbí ká má kúrò léṣẹ́ yẹn. But nígbà tá a jáde àwọn òwe gbogbo kan tó fún wa lọ́dún kan a lè rí lọ́jọ́ kan. Ẹ ti rí pé wọ́n á rí bẹ́ẹ̀. But if you motivate them, they will motivate you. Let us know our needs. I hate impromptu needs. What you need per month, know it. Plan for it. Know your need. Don't let somebody bring your need to you. Èèyàn kan kọ́ ló yẹ kó sọ nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ nílò lórí oko yín. O ti ń ṣe kínní ìná ọdún kan ọdún méjì, ó yẹ kó mọ nǹkan tó máa ní lóṣooṣù. Tó o bá mọ̀ pé o need feed, ọjọ́ tí feed bá tán lórí oko, ẹ mọ ìjàmbá tó lè ṣe fún wa. Are you with me? Aha. So a bá ti mọ nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe, tá a dẹ̀ ti plan fún, ká schedule rẹ̀, ká dẹ̀ provide fún kọjọ́ yẹn tó dé. Tó bá bá wa àwọn tó fẹ́ ṣe vaccine tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní láti ṣe vaccination, they can do it wrongly. Àánú máa boomerang planning. Mo máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ vaccination yẹn mọ̀ pé wà níbi èèyàn mẹ́ta ló gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé fẹ́ ṣe irú vaccination yẹn, ọjọ́ tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe, ìgbà tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe. Ẹ̀yin mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀tọ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ gbàgbé tí nǹkan mi ò bá sí bẹ́ẹ̀. Láti ti ń kó ọjọ́ mẹ́ta ọjọ́ mẹ́rin lẹ́tì máa gbáradì fún. You plan for it. The next slide. My thought on operational costs. Let us pay attention to details. Cheaper is not necessarily better. Somebody can introduce a Coke to you for 500. Somebody can say 400. What you need to do, iṣẹ́ wo ló fẹ́ ṣe, ṣó máa ṣe. Pé nǹkan cheap ò mean pé òun ló gbọ́dọ̀ lọ fún. Ọlọ́run á kúkú deliver wa lọ́wọ́ cheap spirit tó jẹ́ pé nǹkan tó cheap ló máa ń wá káàkiri. Because you will need, most times the cheap products you will use times 2 kó tó get result nígbà míì. Wọ́n tà kan ní 6, wọ́n tà kan ní 4, onídùú méjì ti 4 yẹn ó ti ná 8 naira. Am I communicating? So it's not necessary that it should be cheaper. Premium price is not necessarily premium in quality. Then you come back to one pé tó bá ti rí pé eléyìí ti ga jù. Query it, like I said the other time. Do I need to buy it now? Now, always do your cost benefit analysis. Nǹkan tá a máa fi máa ra nǹkan ni cost benefit. Èló ni mo rà? Àǹfààní wo ni màá jẹ nínú ẹ̀? Ká wá gbé sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ara wọn. Are you with me? Tí a bá lè máa ṣàwọn eléyìí dáadáa, ìsàlẹ̀ àkáǹtì wa máa rú gẹ́gẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá ṣe cost benefit yìí, a kàn máa náwó dànù. Gbogbo nǹkan téèyàn bá ń lò tàbí tó bá rà, ó gbọ́dọ̀ rà ní value. Everything you buy must come with a value. Àǹfààní wo ni mo fẹ́ jẹ? Okay, ó ní kí n ra ilé mi sí. Kí láǹfààní tí màá jẹ by buying it? Jẹ́ kó fẹnu ara ẹ̀ sọ ẹni tó fẹ́ tà fún ẹ. Then ìgbà tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ, kíní kan á sọ fún ẹ, tá a bá farabalẹ̀, ohun kékeré kan máa ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀, á sọ fún ẹ pé òótọ́ ló ń sọ. Ó wá wọ́n o, kò wọ́n o, máa rà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn kan wọ́n ò ní lè defend the product wọn. Wọ́n á kàn sọ pé bá a ṣe máa ń tà nìyẹn, o fẹ́ tajà fún mi, o sọ pé bá a ṣe máa ń tà nìyẹn. Ẹni ò rajà bá a ṣe máa ń tà nìyẹn. Always do your cost benefit analysis. Don't succumb to pressure to buy without asking questions. Àwọn omi kan wà, Ọlọ́run ṣe mí ní dárúkọ fún yín. Àwọn omi yẹn tún lè cause wàhálà síyàn lára. Àwọn èèyàn ìgbà míì bóyá tó cheap wọ́n á mú. Ìgbà tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n bá dé hospital, wọ́n á máa trace ẹ̀ pé bóyá omi tẹ́ mu, bóyá oúnjẹ tẹ́ jẹ. Cost benefit. As much as possible, seek a second opinion before making major cost decision. O fẹ́ ra nǹkan tó mọ̀ pé ó máa cost ẹ lówó, owó ẹ ní o, is your money. You must seek advices and make up your mind. Not make up your mind. When it boomerangs, you now begin to ask people. One of my friends that I introduced to a point of lay seller, the first time I introduced them, the guy sold to me. He didn't tell me the second time. I never knew they were doing any business together. The guy collected money and he didn't supply. I never knew why he didn't tell me. I'm not even bothered. He just called me. Segun, I've made a mistake. Oh. That was the statement that made me to help him out. What was the mistake? Mo kówó fún ọmọ ọjọ́ yẹn. Kò fún mi láwọn adìyẹ yẹn o. 16 weeks old birds. About 600. And I told him, Ebati, irú ọmọ tí mo introduce yẹ, tó bá ní crisis màá mọ̀. Bóyá lómi ni màá rán sí ẹ. Àbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jọlé ọmọ yẹn. Ká tó get ọmọ yẹn. You get what I'm saying? Consult before you make capital investment. It is very good. Don't use impromptu or impetus. You just you just run into it. They tell you this thing is cheap. Let us know the reason behind what makes it cheap. Maybe they stole it. I bet you the poultry farmer to rank local poultry farmer can read. What are you on now? Why are you buying it without cross-checking? God will help us. So let's talk about the seed, the day-old chicks, the point of lay, the breeder birds. Now let us share some early thoughts about their. I told you we are talking on two things: wastages and brooding. The early life management. Gbogbo àwa tí à ń gbadìyẹ láti kékeré. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tẹ́tí sí abẹ́là dáadáa. Ayé àtijọ́ náà máa ń sọ pé tádìyẹ bá ti dé kẹ́ má ti fún wọn lóúnjẹ. Mo sọ fún yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn pé technology ti change. Science is really coming up. Our birds that used to be ready for 4 months, 6 months, broilers now, in those days, they are coming up at 32, 35 days now. Something has happened genetically. Nǹkan mẹ́ta ló ní adìyẹ nílò: the genetics, the feed, and the management. So méjì wà ní ìka ọwọ́ wa. Méjì nínú ẹ̀ ó wà ní ìka ọwọ́ wa. Tá a bá tiẹ̀ lè ṣe nǹkan kan lórí genetics, oúnjẹ tá a máa fún wọn àti bá a ṣe máa fún wọn, the feed and the feeding techniques. Then our management. So oúnjẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ti wà nílé tá a fẹ́ kó adìyẹ sí, torí pé 24 hours yìí ó kéré jù 95 to 100% of our birds crop wọn ti gbọ́dọ̀ kú. And it means ẹni tó fẹ́ sin adìyẹ láti kékeré, you want to rear your bird from the OC, you have to dedicate time. There is no psychedelic poultry producer now. You have to dedicate time to monitor a lot of things. You monitor temperature, you monitor humidity, you monitor lightning, you monitor spread, you monitor eating pattern. Am I communicating? Yes, sir. Adìyẹ ibi tí wọ́n ti nílò ìmójútó jù ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì àkọ́kọ́. Tó o bá lè gbà, tó o bá ní time fún wọn lọ́sẹ̀ méjì yẹn, má gbadìyẹ. Ibi tí amúkan ẹrù ẹ wọ́ adìyẹ ló ń jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀. When you wasted the first 2 weeks, eré tẹ máa sá láti lè bá, wọ́n lè má lè bá títí ẹ fi máa ta àwọn adìyẹ yẹn. First 14 days, màá dẹ̀ sọ reason mẹ́ta fún yín. Láti inú machine kan tí ń bọ̀ yẹn, gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń fún wọn. Wọ́n fún wọn ní iná, wọ́n fún wọn ní heat, wọ́n regulate humidity. Tọ́ bá ti ń jáde báyìí, wọn láǹfààní sí kinní yẹn mọ́. They must continue with that pattern. Then ṣó ẹ mọ̀ wípé tó ń ṣe jáde yẹn, ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ àwọn hatchery tẹ́ ti máa ń gba adìyẹ. Ìtọ́ ẹ báwọn ló fẹ́ kó adìyẹ sílẹ̀, adìyẹ yẹn ò gbọ́dọ̀ pẹ́ ńlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó jáde nínú machine. Am I communicating? The longer tí adìyẹ bá pẹ́ ńlẹ̀ kẹ́ tó kó sórí wúṣẹ́bì ọ̀ kẹ́ tó kó sínú cage, the longer yẹn a máa jẹ yóò sack yẹ. Kò yẹ kó dájẹ yóò sack. Ó yẹ kí kinní kan ran yóò sack yẹn lọ́wọ́. Kó má jẹ́ ònìkan ló máa jẹ́ orísun agbára àti oúnjẹ rẹ̀. Your sack should not be the only source of feed and energy. It should be complemented with feed. Stop wasting time. Àkọ́kọ́ ní kẹ́ fún wọn lómi. If you want glucose, what does glucose do? The protein will lower the glucose. Immediately, serve water, serve feed. Chicks are hungry in the period immediately after they are introduced to feed for the first time. So they eat well and fill their crop. Check a sample of this, your feed, within the first 8 and 24 hours after arrival to make sure that your chicks are found feed and water. Àwọn adìyẹ kan wọn lè ṣàdédé lọ sí di omi tàbí lọ sí di oúnjẹ. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ wọn náà máa tẹ̀lé. Are you with me? Àwọn tọ́kì ò tiẹ̀ lè lọ rárá. Àwọn kan ló máa mú wọn lọ. Wọ́n máa gbọ́ tọ́jú ń gbọ́ chíóchíó yẹn. They are moving towards ibo ló ń lọ. Wọ́n á wá débi omi, wọ́n á débi oúnjẹ. So you must introduce it on time. To do this, you collect 30 to 40 chicks at every 3 to different places. You feel for what the crop won't buy. Ṣé oúnjẹ wà ń bẹ̀? If the crop is full but the original texture is still apparent, the bird needs some water. Within 8 hours, 80% of the bird must have been filled, and in 24 hours, 95% of the crop must be filled. Look at it. The chicks on the left has a full crop. Look at that one. This is the crop here. It's not more than 30-40%. They cannot grow at the same rate. You know, flock, yes. 7-day weight gain. Feeding the chicks properly during the first week of life is very important. The young chicks he has not developed physiologically or anatomically. The weight of gizzard, proventricular, small intestine will increase as they eat, as they grow with other organs. So this enhanced growth reaches a maximum between day 4 and day 8. Gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀yà ara wọn yẹn ló ní wákàtí tí wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ dàgbà. Ìdí nìyẹn tí wọ́n fi lè jẹ oúnjẹ kan náà. What the chicks need, the nutrients is in the chick's mash. You must not mix it up. What they need to grow from a particular age, maybe 6 or 8 weeks, there is nutrients in that kind of a feed, either grower. What they need to do before laying and after and at laying, the nutrients are in the feed. We must not mix it up. And I always tell people, don't change your feed based on the number of weeks. Change your feed based on weight. Please write it down. Even if your birds at 12 weeks has not gotten to 800, 880 grams, don't change to grower. You don't change based on number of days, number of weeks. You change based on weight. This is where we miss it. If your birds do not reach a particular weight at particular age, they cannot lay as expected. It's a mistake people make because you want to rush out of expenses. By 6 weeks, you change to grower. What is the weight of your bird when you are changing to grower? If the organs have not developed, I'll give you a typical example. I call it stepmother approach. A girl of 9 years that gets impregnated and a lady of 25 years that gets impregnated, who will carry the fetus to town among the two of them, and why? Sokoto Limoti served 30 years, over 30 years ago. My daughter is having in Abuja now, the same thing. She is telling me. Àwọn méjèèjì yẹn dálẹ̀ rò pé máa lè bí ọmọ dáadáa tí ò ní VVF. And why? Because the organs are well developed. Let the organs of your birds get developed before you begin to change to whatever you want to change to. Some of you will give very good chicks. You go and mix grower. From any, you say, yes, I love chicken. If you do garbage in, they will do garbage out. Rituals like we now. Those balls are kept for rituals. Something will be giving you eggs every day, and you'll be calling Yaramo, and Yaramo will be giving you money. And you must take care of them. So we need to do that. Look at when liver weight increases. So a good start will lead to uniformity. If your boats do not start well, they won't be uniform. If you get less than 85-90% uniformity, irú wọn ni ẹ̀yin kan dé ní òní báyìí ẹ máa pariwo pé àdúgbò ààrẹ ni o ẹ lè má rí mi in the next 2 weeks because they are not uniform. But when you get a uniform, very good uniform, anything from 85, 90, 92, think of mẹ́rin gan lè yé ní àkọ́kọ́ ọ̀la ẹ lè rí 20 ẹ lè rí 15. Look at, just watch it. Nǹkan tẹ́ ti ṣe láti day one. Nǹkan tá a bá ṣe láti day one la máa ká tó bá délé yín. Achieve target 7-day live weight by managing feed and the brooding environment. Every brooding farm must have a thermometer, an hygrometer to measure temperature and humidity. It has to be regulated to get the desired result. The next slide. 7-day livability. 7-day livability of bird is strong indication of quality. If the mortality is more than 1% in broiler, you must be very careful. You must manage it very well. If the genetics is good, the feed is good, anything that happens is within you. If there is spiking or escalating mortality within the 7 days, first 7 days, big danger. Somebody called me from Anambra State. They were stocking 95,000 birds. And in the first week, they lost 2,000 birds. And I said, there is crisis. I cannot travel to Anambra that time. I wanted to send somebody. He said, listen well. He has to tell the board before somebody visits their farm. I deleted this number. I blocked it. You are doing poultry. The board will decide. Is it politics? Your birds are dying. 2,000. I was like, this is too much. But to them, the board will have to decide before somebody comes to the farm. So if the 90,000 dies, they don't mind. So we should be it's the first week. Because some of us will not look at what we have done to our birds in the first week. Àwa máa wò pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní yé wọn á yé ségesège wọn á máa tún kú lọ. Ẹtíkẹ́ a máa rògùn tí wọ́n nílò tá a bá ti tọ́jú wọn ní ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì àkọ́kọ́. Next slide. Vaccine and drug. Our source is very, very critical. The sourcing of our drug. I'm a veterinary doctor, and I know that we don't allow people selling our drugs on the streets. You must go to a reputable place to buy your product. You buy at appropriate pricing, because no cost in you. And like I said in the opening, you ask question. If it is vaccine, the preservation. What preservation we need for vaccine ni pé láti ibi tí wọ́n ti produce ẹ̀ títí débi tán ti máa tà tó fi máa dọ́wọ́ títí yín tí ó fi máa wọnú adìyẹ, the cold chain must be maintained. If the cold chain is not maintained, kì í ṣe vaccine lẹ́kùn viruses lẹ́kùn ara wọn dẹ̀ wọ́n ran bọ́ǹbù lọ́wọ́. The vaccine that you want to protect, the virus that you want to use vaccine to protect, àti virus tó rò pé vaccine ni tó fún wọn. Àwọn ọmọ ogun Goliath ni o, ọ̀rọ̀ David ó ṣẹ́gun ẹ̀kọ́ lélẹ́yìn o. It has to be cold chain. Let's move on. Water, good water, right quality, right temperature, right delivery, right quantity. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa a kì í check omi táwọn adìyẹ wa mu, especially during the heat period. You will just discover your birds are not taking water. When the water you are giving them is hot, can you take any hot water or hot tea during heat period? No. But what do? We say we want to preserve it. Let me still give you another caution. Àwọn kan lọ kó ice block wọ́n fi sómi. What is the source of water tí wọ́n fi ṣe ice block yẹn? If you don't know the source, cool your environment, because tí wọ́n bá fi omi tó ní microbes fi ṣe ice block yẹn fún yín, táwọn ọdẹ ẹ bá ti mú jẹ́ ọ̀pẹ́ òótọ́ ẹ̀rí pé wọ́n pound lẹ̀ ṣe fún wọn, immediately they drink the microbes. Àwọn kan èmi ìṣe yọ ló máa jẹ́ o. We have managed a lot of bacterial infections, which are the consequences of microbes infested water used to produce. Then, don't just provide the water, ensure it is consumed. Some of your nipple lines are blocked. In the first 3, 4, 5, water will be running. When you are getting towards the end, water will not be running. Always check it. Tap the nipple of the water line and sanitize. Enrich your boats with glucose and molasses, multivitamins, electrolytes. They need to recuperate. They are producing either meat for you or egg. Àwọn náà wọ́n ní láti tún ara wọn ṣe. Èwo nìkan kọ́ ni multivitamin yẹ fún. Let your boss take multivitamins too and electrolytes. Yes. Feed versus water. Let's move on. Are they actually drinking the water? Look at these two people. They are not even tapping the nipple. They will be talking one see. And when you pass them, you will think they are drinking the water. This kind of water, I be Mama Josie. So are they really drinking? We must ensure that somebody must be put in place. They must drink water. Even if around there, you must get water for them. Let's move on. Critical point in water system. Yes, I want this place. Our biofilm see on my 1B. You know, line, especially our powdered antibiotics medication. After medication, you have to flush the pipeline from wherever you have indicated it to the hand, so that the nipples will be cleared, the pipe will be cleared, and the water will flow as expected. Yes. Biosecurity. There must be a protocol put in place. What products are you using? Use relevant products. Not all disinfectants are good for all farms. And the application, most time you use warm water to execute some. Sometimes you use those. Where you are going to buy this product, let them tell you how to apply. Then you monitor and evaluate it. Is it working for my farm? Not all biosecurity protocols will work for all farms. There are some that need specific one. Monitoring and evaluation will show us. Yes, feed additives, your sourcing, your pricing, your preservation. Yes, let's move on. Now, the feed that we have come to promote to you today, I can assure you they have good additives to deliver the feed, both the content and the usage. And why? It will promote a good growth performance. We have selected additives that are relevant to growing chicks, growing growers, and growing your layers. And they will give you growth performance that you will attain the weight necessary as recommended. And when they have the body weight, the carcass quality can be assured. Because to be frank, some of the people that do broiler with just any feed, the carcass of the carcass is the meat that we are bringing out. Most of the time, they don't meet up with the expected carcass. And what happens is, if the carcass quality is not there, some of the buyers will not buy. Me, I know the meat I want. Nobody can just sell any meat. Even if you give me as a gift, I will give you back as a gift. Our buyers are becoming sophisticated. They know what they need for their health. Am I communicating? In egg production, the additives in our feed can guarantee high level of egg production. The albumin density must be sound. The egg mass must be there. Our FCR, this is where your profit lies. If you don't have good FCR, your profit will be small. But if the FCR is good, your profit will be low. Feed, we must ensure all this in the course of transporting our feed. Yes, move on. Backward integration. Some of us can get engaged in maize or soya. Let's move on. Let me conclude by telling you that poultry is still an ever-evolving vocation. And take note of this. Modern production is becoming sophisticated. We cannot do poultry the way they are doing it yesterday, and we expect to get the results for today. We must learn what is the new thing that people do. There are ways we do poultry in the past that we escaped, but these days we can't. So gathering good and up-to-date information, making wise use of them, not just writing, put them to use, are important. The wise poultry farmer is the one who remains a student. I still learn. I know today I'm still going to learn here, and I've been learning since I came. And finally, the killer of profit in poultry are very many, but they are not mysterious. We can stop them. Now, a farmer who pays attention to details of cost centers and uses information gained wisely to improve especially the operational efficiency shall not only arrest the killer of the profit, but shall achieve a greater efficiency and profitability, irrespective of time, January to December. Yes. Thank you so much for listening to me. I want to sit down around them.
Wọ́n máa sọ pé ọkùnrin tó ń sun rárá fọkùnrin ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀. Have you seen what I was telling you when he was about to start? Somebody he has left, he said he paid him that he doesn't have time to stay back to the end of this lecture, but the little he was able to pick, he was so happy about it, which I believe each and every one of us, we have gotten one or two things from what he has been saying for the past 1 hour or thereabout. Before we go to the next item on our agenda, I would like to recognize the representative of Pan Otazon. I learned that you came in when the lecture was going, sir. I'm talking about you. So please, kindly stand up to greet your people. Yes, now you know great nations. Great nation. Do you have one or two things to tell us? No farmer. No nation. Sir, please come. Chemo, Awon Logawa, if you don't give them their due honor, only fine one.
I wanted to read
Great farmers.
080.
Great farmers. No farmers.
8105
for your lovely seminar is Oba Oja, meaning that in the next few days, let me just say in the next few weeks now, Xmas on the way and New Year's on the way, and no farmer can play with high profit when it comes to further production. Majorly, please, I will endorse all of us. Please, as much as we can, let's patronize high profit for our beds. And as an association, I'm the PRO of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Pan of Otazon. I will employ each and every one of us to be a member of the Poultry Association of Nigeria. Please and please. Okay, my wife also has one or two things to add.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
No farmers.
No nation.
Sorry, sir.
You're welcome.
My name is Mary Ann Adekoyiga, Welfare Panel Otter Zone. Please, how many of us here knows about panel? Poultry Farmers Association of Otter Zone branch. How many of us here? How many of us are members? Mr. David? Yeah. How many of us? But we are all farmers and we are not members. So how do you benefit? You go to Totmark, Aribajo, you go to Totmark farms and pick your feeds and drugs and every other thing, but you don't know the in total of the industry too. So you are supposed to be a member, a recognized member. I believe some of us here normally have these challenges from local government. Comes around to tell you pay a certain amount for one thing and your farm and others. And at the end of the day, some of you pay this money that you are not supposed to pay because you are not a member. But if you are a member, you have the right to tell them you are not paying so amount, you are paying so amount, which is one of the benefits you get as a member when you register as a member. So I implore also to please come register. We normally have our meetings every third Wednesday of the month at our secretariat going to Sunwater, the Excel office beside the Domino Pizza, every third Wednesday of the month. If you want to register, please, before you leave, then you can reach out to me and I will give you the directions on how to get to be a member. Also, we are having our, who have heard about Otamega Seminar, the 4th edition we are having in August. So if you want to partake of it, to see me also before the end of the, at the end of the program, so you can get the full information. Try and be a member so you can benefit. When some of you will say you don't get what's it called, government grants and all that. When you are out of the association, how do you get the information to get what you want to get? Meanwhile, Nigerians from who we are, we just like to collect, but we really want to give. At the end of the day, they will say, what do I want to give us, what do I want to give? Those are the questions you ask. But I will implore and I'm begging everyone of you to come around, be a member, and you will benefit from it. Great farmers.
Thank you so much. See, àwọn Yorùbá máa ń sọ kíní kan, àìrìn ìpọ̀ ìjò ló máa ń jọ gbèjò níyà. Àìkọ́wọ̀rẹ́ ìjò, sorry, ló máa ń jọ gbèjò níyà. See, when we move as an association, we'll be able to achieve more. Okay, èmi lọ, ìwọ lọ, the government will not even take us serious, but they deal better with association. So we are doing a great disservice to ourselves as a poultry farmer without joining Poultry Association of Nigeria. So if you are, I'm imploring you, please after the program you can see her and she'll put us through. So the next item is question on the lecture Dr. Mark Ojuge. Anybody with questions, please? This is time for questions. You know, in a school setting, let's see ourselves that we're in a class. After the semester, the lecturer will come, give us exam. It's when we pass that we're going to move to the next level. So, Kato will see the next level of this program, after exam. But initial exam by. So if you have one or two questions, please, can we see our hands up? We're going to take the question once. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number... Enjoy, can also okay, please. Enjoy. Number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going. Please, we have 6 questions. And we will get the question now. Hey, please, can you get me a jotter for doctor? And so that I will take down the question. Please, you have to come out and ask your question so that I can put it down, please. Straightforward question, please. Good morning, ladies.
Let this person talk to you.
My name is Rishola.
The doctor, please. I want you to put us through this first 14 days of feeding our new birds. You say the 14 days is the best optimal time to know their performance. And I want you to tell us more about like this Lasota Gomboro giving. Because I know some of my colleagues
They say you can mix Azota and Gomboro together. Then within these 14 days, what are the best days to give them and the time of antibiotics? Thank you.
Number 2. Please, come and listen to the question here. Toro are very, very important.
After the question, my present control
Good
answer.
morning, great farmers.
Great.
My present.
My name is Osar Emmanuel. Sir, you made mention of efficiency ratio. Please, sir, how do we calculate it? Thank you, sir.
Number 3, please. Share our question to Njade, you are very, very important. Straightforward question.
Good morning, everyone. My question is that I'm concerning of feed. So my question is that most of my customers, whenever they buy feed from me, they will still complain that they will need to add PKC to the feed so that it will make the best to grow and more bigger. You know, and there are some other people that do complain that 4 weeks of broiler, because I'm also doing brood and sales. So 4 weeks of broiler, they will say that at 4 weeks they will start giving them finisher, so that they want them to meet their targets and they want them to be very big. And also some will complain that buying grower match, any match for their best, that their best doesn't easily be satisfied with it than buying pellets, that pellets is okay than mash. So they don't really go for mash at all. If I buy mash, it will just be there for long period of time than pellets. So I don't know how I can convince them on these 3 things that I just mentioned. Thank you.
Welcome. Next question, please. We have just 6 questions. This should be the 4th question.
Great farmers.
Great nation.
My name is Samson Ayidogo. I have a question for Daddy and an advice for the poultry association of Nigeria. The question for Daddy is that the DOC, especially now that the DOC of pullets is very, very scarce. What are your advice? And on broiler, the same question still goes on DOC. We know the price is always fluctuating, and we know the reason. Sir, what are your advice? For the poultry association of Nigeria, I will advise that when you are leaving, it is not enough for farmers to come and meet us. Let us get the list. We have the list here and the phone number. Let's get their list and see. By the grace of God, I'm coming from Abeokuta. I'm the General Secretary of PANOC Abeokuta for the last 2 years. So please, those are the things that we'll do in Abeokuta, and we'll get more farmers to the association. Thank you very much.
Number 5. No, we should perform. But we should perform.
Question ni pé tí a bá gba adìyẹ.
Wọ́n wò pé ṣe presentation kan tó
ṣe
presentation before answer.
A máa ń lo ilé ìgbésẹ̀ fún ilé àgbà ètè lẹ́yìn ìgbà before of harvest a máa ṣe ń jẹ pé abẹ́lú sawdust. Ewu ni ó wà bẹ́tà nínú méjèèjì.
The last question.
Good morning, great farmers. My name is Ayode Bankole from Totmark. The feed that farmers are using, on the feed, they write specification from so time to so time. In the course of this lecture, we are made to understand that changing of our feed depends on weight. I want doctor to put more light on this, because these are the questions that farmers will always ask.
Great farmers, please let's clap for ourselves. Please. You are not clapping for me, you are clapping for yourself. Do you know this why I said that? The 6th question were very, very straightforward question. And it takes somebody that listen with rapt attention to bring out this question. But before Doctor answer those questions, we are moving to the next level of this program. I will invite the National Sales Manager, Mr. Tope Oyedopo, for his brief product presentation. Thank you. A round of applause, please.
Great farmers, great farmers, no farmer, no nation, no food. Apple and Pears welcomes you to Farmers Forum at Okiore. Now, Apple and Pears Limited, who are we? No. Apple and Pears is an agro-allied company incorporated in the year 2012. That does not mean that the company just came in 2000. It has been existing. We have our mother company in Kano, but the one in Shagam started in the year 2012. Established to produce soya oil, soybean meal, and other derivatives from soybean. What do I mean by derivatives from soybean, Doctor? You have vegetable oil, as lassis oil. Anywhere you see lassis oil, it's being produced by Apple and Pears. Active oil, lassis custard, lassis tomato ketchup, lassis. Most of these things are derivatives of soybean. We remove our oil, we extract oil from soybean, from the raw soya, before you get the soybean meal that is being used. Now you see, we wrote A1 soya here. That's the soybean meal that we extract after extracting the oil. Then we now use the same soybean meal to produce hypo feeds and concentrates. There are other products that we have which I will not be able to talk about. But since we are here for hypo feed and concentrate, I will concentrate my presentation on that. Now, hypo feed and concentrate, 30%. This is what we started with. Only concentrate. We didn't jump into finished feed. The reason why is that we want to test the acceptability of this product. And when we started, it was well accepted. And we deemed it that since the farmer accepted this quality and they are happy with us, we can move forward. Then we move on to the mash. The next slide. Mash layer line. After we have sold concentrate for like a year before, we now move to the mash, and it was only layer line. Then the boiler line too also came up with it. So it was then. Now this particular one, please go back. We have eco layer mash, which was introduced sometime last year. This eco layer mash, the reason we introduced it is that we discovered that many farmers are in like 3 different categories. We have the farmers who are just price sensitive. They need quality, but they don't want they want that quality as a minimal possible price. Some farmers also want quality feed but a premium price, which is highly acceptable. Then we have the farmers who all they want is the highest quality. We have feed that will represent the 3 categories of farmers, and that is where we came up with this eco layer mash. Now I have a cost benefit analysis which I'm going to explain here. This eco layer mash, it is only our own premium layer mash that can give you better profitability than this eco layer. But with our eco layer, compared with any other layer mash, you make more profit. Though you might not get the percentage production that you are getting from any other premium feed. But with this eco layer mash and our price, you are going to get this in. Why that? The next slide. Now let's do little mathematics. Normal price of feed, regular, the normal price that you get outside there, you get it for 18,400. While eco layer is 16,200. Now, you permit me to know, for those of you who are not using hypo feed, you know that our premium layer mash is not up to this price. That is why I didn't do the analysis. I didn't do the analysis at our premium and eco. That will give you better productivity at good price. You make better profit. But comparing our eco layer with any other feed there, now number of birds, you have 200 birds. Here too, you have 200 birds. Now, if your production percentage is 91% for other feeds, and at eco layer, you are getting at your peak, you are getting 87%. A layman farmer will say, I'm making better profit. But then, the number of eggs expected from this, at this 91%, you have 182 eggs. There you have 174 eggs. This is 6 crates, 2 pieces. There, 5 crates, 2 pieces, 24 pieces. Now, if you sell your eggs at 5,000 naira per crate, it will give you 167 naira per egg. The same thing applies here at 5,000 naira per crate, 160. Total price for the eggs, these 5 crates, 6 crates, 2 pieces, you have 30,000 naira, 324. Here you have 29,008 naira here. Now the profit that you expect from here on every 200 beds is 11,934 naira. While here, despite the low productivity at 87%, you are going to make 12,808 naira. You can see the difference there already, doctor. Now, profit from egg sales from eco layer minus profit from egg from other feeds. You have 12,808 naira minus 11,934 naira. So, using eco layer, if you are the type that is price sensitive, you say because of price, I want to use other feed. If you are looking if it is price, please go for eco, because you'll be saving 874 naira on every bag of eco layer that you use. The only feed that can give you better profitability than eco layer is our hypo layer mash that you all know. So therefore, go back. Therefore, a price conscious farmer will save 874 naira per bag of eco layer compared to other feed. That is our eco layer. This is the reason why we came up with eco layer. Eco layer is not to compete with our own premium layer, but it is meant to compete with any other layer outside there. Now our layer pellet line. I mentioned about the highest category of farmers. They want the best of it. They want 93, 94 maintained for so many weeks. Go for pellets. Reason for pellets is that you are going to minimize waste. Per every grain of pelletized feed they eat, they take every nutrient they need. So the wastages is minimal. So you get your this thing. Next slide. Then our crumble and pellets for broiler line. Now this is the first crumble and pellet line we came up with. It's just in 2 phases. You all know it's the green bag, starter to finisher. But we discovered that there's always a shock in between. There is need for the middle feed that will transition them from the starter phase to the finisher phase. Then we now introduce, this one is coming up now. This will replace the green bag. So now, for this one, I think, on this we call it introduce. Wait, please go back. We said introducing our commercial line. It is to replace the green bag. It's coming out soon. Now, the next slide, please. Why the new bags? Improved efficiency. Efficiency in the sense that when they eat starter, it is always difficult for them to just migrate to finisher because the feed, the starter will be too small, the finisher will be too big. There is need for something in between so that they can easily ease them into the finisher stage to reduce the shock. Better performance, unique identification, seamless feeding transition from pre-starter to starter to finisher. I have explained that. Please. Now our professional broiler line. This one is for the broiler business people. You want your broiler to get to minimum 2 kg between 30 days to maximum 35 days. Please go for our professional line. We call it Hypromax broiler line. It comes in 3 stages too. The starter, we call it the starter, day 1 to 14. The broiler grower line. This is not the layer grower. Broiler grower pellets. You feed it between 15 days to 25 days. Then you now move to our finisher. Hypromax broiler finisher pellets. 26 to slaughter. With this and your good management, you are expected to achieve your weight between 30 days to 35 days. Now, like doctor has said, management matters. Your weight of the weight of your birds at day 1 matters a lot because your day 1 weight, what your birds is supposed to achieve should be times 4.5 or times 4 of your day 1 weight. That is why the weight at which your day OTs is coming is very, very important if you want to achieve good results. So you need to watch the kind of birds you are buying from the hatchery. Please. Next slide. For enquiries, these are the contacts. You want to ask anything about hypo feed and concentrate, these are the number. We have Mr. Inolu Adedoran, you all know he is our host. He's the one sales executive covering the whole of this area, Okeore, up to the borderline, Ilaro, from Abeokuta. Then we have Dr. Uzoma. Please, doctor, let them see you again. The tallest man in the building, can see him. For any technical issue, please contact him. He will not charge you because we are paying him very well. So it's free of charge. We have paid for his services already. So call him. You can call him by 1 a.m. He will answer you. Then if you call any of them and you can't get them, my phone is always on 24 hours. My name is Mr. Timitoko Yudokun. I'm the National Sales Manager. This is my number. The next slide. Places you can get our feed in, it should be in Okeore. Totmark Farmer Center, Okeore. Then for those who are in Ota, you have Totmark Farmer Center in Ota. The contacts are there. Mr. Adams, you have Baba FM. Please. He is in Ota. You can contact him. Then Mr. T. Please let them know you. You all know Mr. T. He's the one in Okeore. So thank you very much. Great farmers.
Great farmers. No
So, please, again, answer. Doctor.
Sini, you can start sharing the feed now.
Okay.
No, that is just, that's not the price.
I have 6 questions here. I want to Madam so I want to me Madam Question number 4. Feeding in the first 14 days of life, vaccination in the first 14 days of life. Low quality feed in the first 14 days of life. Guide against the people German waste. In the country, man la máa fún wọn ṣùgbọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó pọ̀ débi pé wọ́n máa fi dọ̀tí sínú ẹ̀ because àwọn gan afínjú ni wọ́n fẹ́ kó oúnjẹ wọn àti nǹkan tí a fi sáàbù wọn lóúnjẹ kó mọ́ tóyúntóyún. We must keep their plates so sure they are not putting dust or whatever in their feed, and we serve them ad libitum. Àwọn ibi tá a ti gbádìí wọ́n ní iye oúnjẹ tó yẹ kí wọ́n jẹ lójoojúmọ́ adìyẹ kan iye tó yẹ kó jẹ. Mo máa ń sọ because lórí vaccination yẹn náà same thing náà ni màá sì sọ. A ní láti béèrè bá a ṣe lè tọ́jú àwọn adìyẹ wa tí wọ́n kó lé wa lọ́wọ́ ṣóyé mi sá torí bá a ṣe máa tọ́jú adìyẹ kan bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ la ṣe máa tọ́jú ìkejì torí ohun tí à ń retí lọ́wọ́ wọn ó yàtọ̀ but generally feeding in the first 14 days a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ bí wọ́n bá ṣe ń fẹ́ a gbọ́dọ̀ fóúnjẹ dùn wọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ ṣẹ́wọ́ oúnjẹ wọn kéré tábà ti ń rí i pé plate wọn ti ń lọlẹ̀ a má yẹ kán dọ̀tí ẹ̀ á tún gbù mí sí bó ṣe ń fresh yẹn ṣáà dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé torútorú la máa fún wọn lóúnjẹ ṣọ́rọ̀ mi yé wa wọ́n ń ṣe brooding ní part time you can't do part time brooding you do part time full time a gbọ́dọ̀ ensure pé torútorú ni wọ́n ń jẹun òun ló máa ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ láti lè tètè rí àwọn àǹfààní tá a sọ níbí yìnyín. The entry vaccination is a function of two things. The third one tó máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àwa la máa lọ ṣe. One, archery tó fún wa ní adìyẹ wọ́n mọ̀rú vaccine tó máa ran àwọn adìyẹ yẹn lọ́wọ́ kí wọ́n má bàa ní àrùn tá a fẹ́ kí wọ́n ní. The archery will know the vaccine to prevent all the infections. One yẹn. Second one, àwa gan a máa ran ara wa lọ́wọ́ lórí irú àìsàn wo ló wà lóko wa. Tá a bá ní pé ká ṣe vaccination bó ṣe yẹ ká ṣe èèyàn méjì tí wọ́n lóko lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ wọ́n lè má lo the same vaccination schedule lórí oko kan àwọn ìdojúkọ wo ló wà ńbẹ̀ olóko yẹn máa mọ̀ ìgbà tá a sin last batch àwọn nǹkan wo la dojúkọ ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ síta fún àwọn veterinary doctor wa ó máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti lè sọrú vaccine tá a máa lò torí náà mi ò sábà recommend vaccine kankan regime tí àchì bá sọ tí olóko náà bá mọ̀ ìkẹta tá a máa ṣe ní nǹkan tó máa ń pè ní zero monitoring laboratory máa ràn wá lọ́wọ́ bá a ṣe ń parí batch kan ọ̀nà méjì la máa ṣe sí bá a ṣe ń parí batch kan báyìí wọ́n á invite laboratory kan wá wo irú ìpèníjà wo la ní lórí oko wa then bá a ṣe ń gba day old chicks wa à surrender like 10 to 15 maximum 20 day old chicks yẹn fún laboratory kí wọ́n run ELISA lórí wọn owó yẹn ò wọ́n owó yẹn ò pọ̀ lọ títí so ọ̀nà mẹ́ta tí a fi lè design vaccination schedule wa nìyẹn. The 3 ways to design our vaccination schedule is the archery advice. Why I'm talking of archery advice is the birds they are giving us, they are from eggs from different ages. Most time they give us mixed day-old chicks, one from older and one from younger. So they will know the protective level of the parents, and that is what they will use to formulate
the vaccine that will be suitable for them. That's the one. The second one is we need to look into the prevalence of medical and veterinary challenges on our farm. What has been happening before? In my last batch, what disease or diseases did I confirm? Then the third one is biosecurity, zero monitoring and hygiene audit. You invite the laboratory to come and do the hygiene audit. They will bring their materials. EGA will be there. They will, those things will sink or will suck the either microbes that are there. Then the laboratory will guide us. Then they will design a vaccination schedule for us when we submit an average of 10, 15, 20-day-old chicks to them. Secondly, Mr. or maybe his chief or SAS Emmanuel, efficiency ratio calculation. This one also is on I didn't have it here because we are not talking of a particular breed. If, let's say pullet now, in pullet we have bovines, we have Ireland, we have breeds, different breeds that we have. They will have a table where they will tell us day 1, 20 grams of feed. They will tell you the weight. They will tell you the weight at day 1. Then when you do another 20, that schedule, the efficiency now is when you begin to take the weight of your own board. You know, they will say expected actual. If let me use broiler now, at day old, if your broiler is 40 grams, if your broiler is 40 grams at day old, expectedly by 7 days, it should be times 4.5 or times 5. So if we pick times 4.5, which means at 7 days, your average 7-day broiler must be 180 grams. And if it is 50 grams, your average must be 200 grams. So when you now look through your own, if you are now getting 130, you put 130 over 200, you get 65%. So it means your efficiency is far. Is it clear? That is how you calculate your efficiency. The weight, and it's a signal that if it is far from expected, it means you better begin to sort as early as possible and increase their feeding habit, because efficiency that will meet up should be very close to 90% or above. Is it clear to everybody? Thank you. Then number 3, no name 2, adding PKC to feed to make birds bigger. Big lie. The questionnaire, is she still in the house? Don't let anybody tell you that you need PKC for the bird to grow. What does PKC have? The PKC that can even get close to it is the PKC that have oil. Are you the one that asked the question? There are industrial PKC. There are non-industrial PKC. The one that has oil will only increase energy need. There is no protein there, so how does it get bigger? It's just a deceit. Maybe that person just want to say something. But let me warn you on PKC. There are PKC that has shell. I've encountered it on the field. The PKC that has shed is very, very dangerous. The shell can tear any of the villi or whatever within the GIT system. And so, for chicks and grower, we don't recommend PKC. No, we don't. Number 4. Okay, the question that person asked about 3 questions. 4 weeks, finisher for broiler to get bigger. When you are selling brood and sell, when you are doing brood and sell, immediately the bird leave your place. It's only if you want to advise that person, because you cannot see what he's doing with the birds he has bought from you. What matter is at 4 weeks that you are selling them, you take note of the weight, because I have people that do brood and sell. You know the weight, and you assume that suppose these birds will continue to stay with me, how do I take them to market? And at 4 weeks, I think finisher is the best shot. It's not that it will make them bigger. If the management is kept, at 4 weeks, just a week to town, finisher is required to finish them. Except the 4 weeks is the 4 weeks that is not expecting the birds to be ready at 5 weeks. In that case, that person can still be on grower. Because if you start, somebody want to take it to 8 weeks, and they start finisher from 4 weeks, that will be too expensive and it will not meet the demand. And that is the cost benefit analysis I was talking about. But if it is going to 5 weeks, it needs finisher. Pellet is better than mash. The only difference is advise them on DOT scarcity with regard to pullet and broiler. Unfortunately, I don't have a nachi and I don't have a breeder farm, but I can tell you what caused the scarcity of pullets. There was a time people were rushing out of, because you people did not buy pullet from them, they was pullets. So people, in fact, some people changed their order for parents and their order for eggs. They changed them to broiler. And the losses, let me tell you a secret of why DOC is very high. The losses of that time ran into billions of naira for almost all the hatchery operator. But the good news now is some of them are re-looking into balancing it, because they still find out that whatever you want to do, some people still want pullets. We cannot do without eggs in Nigeria. So the scarcity, maybe in the next 3-4 months, should come down, because some breeder pullets are coming in now. I'm aware of some, and I can assure you it will not be as tough as in the next it will not be as tough as this in the next 4-5 months. Listen, I just said one thing: sawdust and daily times. Let me tell you, don't use daily times. So it's an error. Don't use any paper that has ink. No. The best you can use, why we are doing it is, we want the birds to get closer to the feed. But when you use newspaper that has ink, the birds can pick ink from that paper. And even when they defecate on it becomes more dangerous. And I want to believe it is not sawdust you are talking about, but you are talking of wood shavings. Sawdust will cause respiratory problem. I prefer you use sawdust. Wood shavings and the feeders, those small feeders. It's better that way. And lastly, Mr. Ayodeba and Kole Totman, changing of feed depends on the weight. Yes, I'm going to handle this again with the map I mentioned the other time. The guides into rearing will always show us which feed to use from day 1 to when. It will come out with the quantity of feed, the quantity of water, the medication, the weight. Then at a point, it will mention change to grower. What I need in that place is where it will tell you to change to grower, it will mention the required weight. I hope Mr. Joseph is listening. And on the average, for pullet, changing from grower is requiring between 800 and 880 grams. Until your board is around 800, 880 grams, you don't change to gram. Why are we saying this? By 12 weeks, your board must be 1 kg, 1.05 kg, or 1.1 kg, as much as you pamper your board. Thank you so much.